Hey guys, welcome to Callus Fight Night, catching it live this week. They were supposed to play 2 hours from now, so I spontaneously just now got my ass off the couch while my wife is making us food, and we are doing this match. It is defending champion Zomog against first timer. He had been in the queue for like 17 or 18 weeks or some outrageous amount of time. We've got Gaku as the challenger, and he's on the bottom. So they're both effectively going to switch out. Zomog switched, and Gaku is baton passing. He has the advantage here of choosing what he wants to bring into the Celebi. And he's taken a minute to figure out what that is, actually. I'm surprised that he didn't have an instantaneous play there. T-Tar is going to be the answer. This could be anything. This could be Crunch Pursuit. This could be a Choice Bander. It could just be a 4 attacker that happens to have HP Bug. But it's actually a bluff from Gaku. He gets out of the way and he goes to a Salamence, which we see has lefties, so it's not going to be banded. And he's going to be against a Swampert because Zoma got to choose what he wanted to do there via his own baton pass. And of course, you bring the bulky water into the Salamence. So Gaku is a really good player, but he's a player who is known to basically only play offense. And I don't know if Zomog cares enough for something like Callus Fight Night to scout him or counter team him or whatever. But one of the criticisms you could level at Gaku is that he is exploitable and counter teamable in tournament play because he only plays the same kind of thing over and over again. Like I said, I doubt that Zomog cared enough to go out of his way to try to counter team Gaku per se, but he probably made his team selection with the fact that Gaku is an offense spammer in mind. So 2 focus punches from the Lax, chipping away at Skarmory here. Spikes came down, now a Drill Peck came down attempting to block Focus Punch, but Gaku outpredicts him there, goes for Body Slam instead, and gets him with a Paralysis. He now goes to Focus Punch. At this point, Zom gets out of the way, goes to Celebi. There could easily be a self-destruct here, but Zomog is also good enough to go back to the Skarm here and get that blown up on instead, which Gaku does not take the bait. He just goes for Body Slam, which I think is the right play. Skarm now in trouble where it would die to even another Body Slam. It is another Body Slam that connects with Metagross, which is not gaining leftovers, but it's very healthy at 85%. If this is a Choice Band Metagross, and we don't know, it could be a berry, but it very well could be a Choice Band. It is quite offensively threatening here, especially if Gaku doesn't have a proper bulky water. If he has something like another offensive Pokemon and like an Endeavorpert, for example, in the back, then a Choice Band Metagross could be very difficult to switch into here. It is a Swampert. We don't know what kind yet, and that's a 47% Meteor Mash, and the Swampert doesn't have lefties, so it is in fact Endeavorpert, and it is in fact Choice Band Meta. It's going to unluckily miss Meteor Mash, however. Endeavor going to knock the meta very low. He's going to now retaliate with a Meteor Mash that connects, but Pert is now very low and has a Torrent range Hydro Pump to take out something. Something ends up being the Skarm. However, there's a faster Aerodactyl in the back for Zom, finishing off the Pert with Double Edge. So we've got ourselves a 5-5 with one unrevealed poke for both players. And the action's going to be on Gaku here. Has to figure out what he wants to switch into Aerodactyl. That is presumably Choice Band locked on Double Edge. We have seen Zomog, even in SPL, use a non-Choice Band Aerodactyl, so it's something Gaku has to be aware of. But he's going to go to Metagross here. It's going to step on Spikes on the way in. This should scare off almost every Aerodactyl. I could see a good prediction here in going for Earthquake, but he goes Mash instead. 47% and an attack raise against the lefties Swampert. So this is going to be a Choice Bander for Gaku as well. Bulky Water gets taken out by 2 Meteor Mashes. That is not what Zomog wanted to see. He is quite behind now. Aerodactyl going to try to scare off the Metagross. At 88%, it would die to Earthquake, but Zomog does have the non-Choice Band Aerodactyl once again. He's got the Substitute Arrow, the exact same thing he used in SPL and defeated BKC. Rock Slide here connects with Zapdos. Zapdos retaliates with Thunderbolt. Double Edge takes it out. We've got ourselves a 4-4 situation. Back and forth with some aggressive teams from both players here. The action now on Gaku, now that he knows what he's up against, does not seem to have a fantastic switch in this situation. The item for the Aerodactyl is a plus attack berry that he can substitute down to. So this arrow is a real threat here. This set, as gimmicky as it appears, Already had a great result in SPL for Zomog, and it seems to be a legitimate threat here. The Intimidate should scare off the Arrow. He's got the -1. Rock Slide would do a lot to Mence, but it wouldn't do quite enough. They both end up switching. Metagross here staring down the Lax. Obviously, CB Meta has the advantage here. Celebi is going to come in. He's going to get donked by Meteor Mash for 58%. Meta's relatively healthy here. Celebi is faster, goes for HP Grass, connects, doesn't do a lot though, and Meteor Mash going to finish it off. So once again, the Aerodactyl comes in for cleanup duty for Zomog, as it has done throughout the game. Meta's going to be pretty tight here. Does it live a non-choice band Earthquake? It depends on the set, depends on the EVs for the meta. Presumably Arrow has max attack, or at least max attack for a Jolly Aerodactyl. Salamence comes in trying to predict Earthquake. Zomog instead goes for Substitute, so it's a trade-off here. Intimidate does get off, but there is going to be a free opportunity to attack for Zom. Obviously, he goes for Rock Slide, aiming at the Salamence. Earthquake here is only going to do 31% thanks to Intimidate, but the only thing Gaku can do is pop the sub. Salamence comes in again for the second Intimidate, and the 50% Aerodactyl is now double intimidated, has to get out of the way. Dragon Claw comes down, connecting with Snorlax on the way in, so we're looking at a mixed Salamence for Gaku. 3-3 situation, very back and forth game, but the longer the game drags, the more dangerous the Aerodactyl looks. It will pop itself down to where it's in range to eat its berry, and it can very well clean up from that position. Being the fastest poke on either team and at +1 attack with the freedom to switch moves, very, very dangerous when Gaku only has 3 Pokemon, none of which are a bulky water remaining. So back and forth we go. Critical turn here as Snorlax stares down Gaku's mixed Mence. We've seen nothing whatsoever from this Lax other than the fact that it has lefties, as almost every single Lax does. Mixed Mence almost always has Brick Break. That's what makes it mixed in the first place. Brick Break without a crit would not kill Snorlax here. However, there is no move other than Self-Destruct that the Snorlax would kill the Salamence with either without a critical hit. Other than perhaps Max Special Attack and Blizzard, but I'm going to give Zom the benefit of the doubt that he probably doesn't have that. So it's Gaku taking the time here. It's been a fast and furious game. They've been playing very quickly, but for the first time we've got a legitimate pause here. Gaku has taken over a minute and counting to think about this play, and he settles on going to his own Lax. The result of that is a frustration from Zom, getting him for 46%, but the faster Lax, unless it is a speed tie, seems to belong to Gaku, so he will have a free move here, possibly for a Self-Destruct, and Zomog has to be aware of that. Between Focus Punch and Body Slam, we're clearly looking at a utility Lax. Self-Destruct is very probable here. That's almost certainly the play that Gaku's going to make. Zomog has to figure out how he wants to respond to that. And there's also a risk of switching into a Focus Punch or something here. Meta, for example, would have died there had Gaku gone for Focus Punch, but it is the Self-Destruct. It will only take down the 15% meta that was on its way out anyway. And we've got ourselves now in a 2-2 situation. Gaku is probably obligated to go to Salamence for the Intimidate here, but he sees it differently. He goes to Tyranitar. We end up with T-Tar on Lax now. We still don't know what the Lax does for Zom. The only thing it has shown is frustration. Critical flinch coming down there, possibly preventing a Self-Destruct, but Rock Slide might not kill here. Zomog might have another opportunity to get that off. Here's Dragon Dance and Self-Destruct respectively. It ends up being a trade. The DD seems to be a mistake. The play there for Gaku is probably to fish for another flinch or a crit. It ends up with only Aerodactyl on Salamence here. And there is going to be some RNG with crits, with flinches, with all the things that can happen with Rock Slide here. Aerodactyl first is going to sub himself down to get to that berry, and then we're going to go from there. We'll see what the RNG has in store for us. There's the sub, there's Dragon Claw, berry's going to kick in, looking for crits or flinches. He's got one turn, and he finds neither. Through the Rock Slide, he avoids the crit, avoids the flinch. Gaku gets the Dragon Claw off, and after multiple title defenses, Champion Zomog has been dethroned. Our new Callis Fight Night champion is Gaku after waiting in the queue for 17 weeks. Zomog, good champion. Great game here. Gave us a lot of close, entertaining games. I really do like that substitute Aerodactyl, but it's going to be Gaku taking this one down, but very clearly this could have gone either way. So, now we get to the fun part. We find out who Gaku's opponent next week is going to be. Gonna hop on over here. Check out our challenger pool at the moment. Running a little bit thin here, guys. Would love to get some more of you guys in on this. If you're interested, let me know and get in on this. We need some more dudes. But in the meantime, we've got 18 plus 6 is 24. Plus 5, 29, 30... 37 is what we're looking at here. Just want to recount that as I always do. 24, 29, 33, 36, 37. Easy math today. So, you guys know the deal. Gonna do this just to set it up. Put it on 37. Draw it once. 29 is the number that gets pulled. Who is that? Number 29. Oh, man. Making me go backwards here. 18, 24, ooh, just barely. I thought it was going to be Jabba again, but it is not. Number 29 is Zakaru. So it will be a complete battle of opposites next week. The only offense player versus the only stall player. Complete battle of opposite styles next week. I'm looking forward to that one because it's such a contrast. Those guys play and approach the game so differently. Can't wait to see it. Hope you guys are looking forward to. I will see you guys then.